Okay, today we are going to be working on the ASUSTek G5337 notebook PC. So this is one of the newer, or I'd say good gaming PCs that are out there that is fairly pretty good on the market. This one comes with a built-in RAM, about 16 gigs. So we're gonna upgrade it and then add a external NVMe M.2 SSD 4.0 PCIe card inside of it. So, without further ado, let's get started. I always want to make sure that you take out all the screws around these. So I've already removed these. All right, around. So push this up a little bit more. It comes with a bunch of screws. So there's like 4 at the top right here that you want to remove. There's 3 across the middle right here, and then there's also 4 more back here as well. The difference between the screws are that the middle ones are a little bit shorter, and then the ones on the end are a little bit longer. So you want to be careful to separate them as you go along. When you're taking this apart, you need to be a little bit careful because there is a ribbon that is holding the cables on the back end. So as you can see right here, there's a ribbon right here, and then over on the other side over there, you can see a ribbon. So it's fairly easy to rip it apart if you don't be careful. So it's best to make sure you have some type of flexibility. If you want to take the whole thing apart, you can shift and turn and then move it to the side so that you can see the first ribbon right over here. And then you can just basically remove it there. And then same thing if you shift and then just do a small little horizontal turn, you can take out the ribbon right there as well. But for this project, I don't really have to take everything apart because all I'm doing is upgrading the RAM. So I want to turn it over where it'll have some more space. And as you can see, I can get to the box easy. But always want to make sure that you take precautions with everything. So we're just going to go ahead and get these ribbons removed. All right, so there you go. So easy to take these apart, and now you can work as needed. So this does come with an extra SSD slot right here. So we're gonna add an additional NVMe here, and then also the RAM stick. It's only a DDR5 8 gigs, so we're gonna upgrade this as well. So if you pry off the piece back here, it's like a little nice little glue. It'll reveal the other side of the RAM, and you can just go ahead and remove the sticks. This is also another piece of 8 gigs right there. So these two will remove from the system, and then we're going to also now install the next piece right here. So let's go ahead and work on the RAM. Today we are working with a RAM from Crucial. And we went ahead and got 64 gigs. So this is 2 times 32 gigabits of RAM. So as you can see, I like Crucial. They're a very good hardware company, I believe. So we're gonna go ahead and install these two. So when you're lining up these slots, you could make sure that you look at it and you can see that if it doesn't line up on the slot properly, you need to flip it around. So for example, this one will go like this. So we'll line this up as such. You listen for that little click. There you go. And then the same thing back here. We'll just flip this around. Make sure it's in. There you go. And then let's go ahead and replace the covering. It's like a dust cover, basically. And there you go. RAM is upgraded, 64 gigs installed. Now today we're going to be working with Crucial again, and we're going to go with the Crucial 2 terabytes, 500 megabyte speed, P3 Plus. These are the instruction manual. Nothing normally comes with it. But sometimes when you're doing the extra, like if you're gonna install, sometimes the RAM, not the RAM itself, but these, they have a little tiny screw in there that I was looking for. So right there, as you can see, there's a little screw. You'll need it to install over here if this screw was missing right up here. But obviously it is not, so that's a good thing for us. So this is a screw right here. This was missing, then you need to look into the case that it comes with to actually get it. All right, let's turn this over and get this open up. Okay. P3 Plus, not a bad piece of 4.2 M with that to 2880. So we'll just go ahead and install that right here. Nice and easy. Slide it in. And then you're gonna get your screw. And just put this back in as such. And there you go. So external SSD is installed. Everything is good to go. And now it's time to put this bad boy back together. So if you remember when we had to take this apart, we had to flip it around so it would go back on as such. Well, let's verify to make sure this is the right. Nope, it's be this way. That's the way it sits. So now we need to go ahead and adjust to get the cables back in properly. And this is the part that requires a little bit of precision. So let's go ahead and work it from here. Alright, so now that we have the ribbon and everything put together, we can go ahead and put the back piece back on. Alright, so start from the ends. go. So I'm going to pause here and then I'll return after these are in. So the 4 screws, like I mentioned earlier, these are the ones that go in the front because they're shorter. So you just got to be careful to make sure you're putting those in the right way. And then everything else here will match up. So there goes the 4, and then the 3 are in the middle. Now let's finish up the back side. And there you go. The design of this is pretty cool though, how this can actually come off, you know. I thought that was pretty unique. And then we can go ahead and do a test to see how it looks. Alright, so moving on, as you can see, there's 64 gigs of RAM right here. So that has been installed and it is good to go. And then we also added additional SSD, so now it shows up right there. Okay, so thank you guys so much for watching. This concludes this video. We appreciate you, and we'll catch you next time in the next one.